Hello, my name is Rachel, and I'm here to tell you about a few exciting new releases that are coming out today, August 14th, 2016. First up is Last Days of Night by Graham Moore. This is a historical fiction that is based on real events around the invention of electricity. It follows a new lawyer fresh out of law school who takes on a case about who really invented the light bulb, and it features real-life people such as Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla, as well as some other interesting characters such as a charismatic opera singer that all play a role in this court case. And it sounds really interesting. I really love the cover. I love the title. I do wonder how this plays out fiction-wise. Like, is it more fictionalized or is it more truthful? I would really like to maybe do a pair read when I get to this and do a nonfiction as well as this book together, just so I know what I'm reading and how much of it has been dramatized for the sake of the novel. But it sounds really interesting. I don't think there's really a lot of fiction that I know about, at least, set in this time frame or regarding the invention of electricity, so it sounds like a good read. Next up is Love Her Madly by M. Elizabeth Lee. This is an adult thriller, and it is marketed towards those who liked The Luckiest Girl Alive and Girl on a Train. I'm always leery, though, when they start pulling those in, especially with Girl on the Train and Gone Girl. It seems like that's really the fad right now, so they're not always the best because there's so many people trying to throw something into that genre. So I don't know. But this one sounds interesting. Let's put it that way. It revolves around two girls who kind of found each other in high school. The one seems kind of more outgoing. The other one seems a little bit more meek and reserved. And like I said, they find each other and they become best friends. They really complement each other. And then and I'm sorry, I believe they meet in college, not in high school. They meet and they form this bond, but of course, like with most stories about two girls, a boy comes between them. They both fall in love with the same guy, and they decide they're going to literally share him. Like, one week, one girl is with him, and the other week, the other girl is with him, and I'm sure you can imagine that doesn't work that well. And the two girls end up going on a trip to study abroad, and one of them doesn't come back. And I believe it's really more centered on what happened to this girl and the lives of the boy and the surviving girl after she comes back, rather than the build up to this event. I could be wrong, but I think more of it focuses on after. But that caught my attention. I'd really like to know what happens. Just from the reviews that I've read, it sounds like it's going to be a little like Gone Girl, and that you hear from like all the perspectives from both girls, the missing girl and the girl that is not missing. So I'm interested in this. It seems like most people who read it had the same reservations that I did, that they weren't sure they were going to like it, but they seem to enjoy it, so I am definitely excited for this one. Next up is the first in a new series that I am super excited about. It is Curious Minds by Janet Ivanovich and Fief Sutton. I love the number series by Janet Ivanovich. They're nothing like groundbreaking and deep, but they are so much fun. They're great when you just want to pick up a book and enjoy a book for the sake of pleasure. I mean, it's nothing, like I said, deep or challenging. It's just a really light, fun mystery, and they are funny. I usually laugh out loud at least once in every book. So as soon as I saw Janet Ivanovich was involved with a new series, I was excited. I've not read any of her collaborations with Fief Sutton before, but I'm sure it can only add to the enjoyment. So to the information about the book. It is, again, the first in a new series. I did notice the names were really weird. I didn't write down the first names, but their last names are Night and Moon, which I thought, I wonder if they did that intentionally, like, to go together. But yeah, they're really weird names. But if you can get past the weird names, it follows the girl who is a new junior analyst, and her first assignment after she got this exciting new job is to basically babysit this rich guy who is the other main character. And when they start digging in his account, they realize there's a lot of money missing. And beyond just the money missing, a lot of strange happenings start occurring. The missing money is linked to a missing person, and things just go haywire from there. And they end up on a run through the country for their life. I think they are in DC at one point and in New York. They may have been to LA, or maybe I'm just making that up now. I don't remember. But they're all over the country. They're on a life or death race to get away from these evil people who obviously are connected with the stolen money. And it seems like the two, I'm sure there's going to be some sort of a love connection later on, possibly even in this book, but it seems like, you know, they're set up to not be seeing eye to eye, exactly, a little bit uneven, but they're probably going to be working together, of course, to get out of this mishap. And again, it's the same idea with the number series. It's nothing groundbreaking or, you know, life-changing, but they're just supposed to be really fun reads, so I am definitely excited for this one, and I would highly recommend the Number series by Janet Ivanovich if you have not read them yet. Next up is a nonfiction pick. This is called Seven Skeletons, The Evolution of the World's Most Famous Human Fossils by Lydia Pine. Again, this is a nonfiction, and it really just delves into some of the more famous fossils that we know of. Now, they found fossils forever. There's tons of fossils out there, but there are 7 in particular that she examines that she considers to be more famous than others. And she looks at why they're so important and how they really changed the idea of, I guess, archaeology, and why these 7 became so popular. And I like this idea. I think this would be a really interesting read, because I really don't know that much about these fossils. They're supposed to be 7 that are really famous, and I did not really know them off the top of my head, so I think it'd be interesting to read a little bit more in the area, and this seems like a good place to start. Next up is Game On by Michelle Smith. This is a YA sports contemporary romance. It follows a golden boy who is kind of the star of the baseball team, and he gets in a fight that lands him in jail, and he is like this close for being kicked off the team, and he absolutely cannot stand that idea. So he turns to his neighbor that used to be a really good friend of his to help him out, and she agrees that he can work with her on community service to try to help him out, but they quickly discover why they stopped being friends long ago. There's some friction there, but they also bring up some memories of good times while they're working together. So it's kind of a will they reconnect sort of thing. And I don't know, when I was reading this plot, it made me think of Taylor Swift's first video, the You Belong With Me, where, you know, he's kind of like the hot popular guy, and she's kind of like a nerd, and they're like secretly talking to each other since they live next door. That's immediately what it made me think of, but I think these are cute. Again, nothing groundbreaking with these, just fun, light reads, and it seems like it might be good for back to school when things get really stressful, so definitely going to be on my list. Next up is another nonfiction book. It's called Born Bright, A Young Girl's Journey from Nothing to Something in America by C. Nicole Mason. This is a nonfiction memoir, basically, and it just sounds awesome. I love the cover. I love the title. This is about a girl who kind of has a rough start in life. She's born to a teen mother, and it just seems like they don't really have a lot of resources as she's growing up, and even though she might not live in the best community or have the best resources, she is naturally very smart, and she's in all of these advanced placement classes and then goes home to these kind of rougher areas where her home life maybe isn't optimal. And she ends up going to Howard University with some help from relatives and probably from counselors at school, and just from listening to some opportunities that some more privileged students have around her. And it just sounds like a really inspirational story. I am excited to check this out, and I haven't really read a lot of nonfiction lately, so I think this will be a good place to start. And last up, this is a paperback release. It is Eileen by Ohessa Moshfegh. Oh, I don't know if I pronounced that right, but this was recently longlisted for the Man Booker Prize this year. It's an adult mystery, and it follows the story of a woman who works at a juvenile boys prison center, and she meets this new kind of strange woman, and they strike up a friendship, but this new friendship may lead her down a dark path. And one of the quotes from the book, I think towards the beginning, that I really liked is, "This is the story of how I disappeared." I thought that was a really, really awesome kind of pulling in sentence, and I'm definitely excited to check this out. I hadn't heard of this, honestly, before it made the long list, so I'm excited to check it out. And again, that is now out in paperback. So those are a few of the books that I am excited about for today. If you would like to share some that you're excited about, please link those down below. If you've been inspired to check out any of the books that I mentioned today, I'd love to hear about it down below. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, and if you'd like, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and you'll be notified of when I post new videos. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you again soon in another video. Don't spend all your money at the bookstore today. Bye for now. Hello.